After we went through this loss, I I was trying to find people to connect with, not just the internet. Um, and I don't know how I found out about this group called Parent Support Group. They are local to the Seattle area. I do remember the hospital giving us lots of pamphlets, and I don't know if I ever went through them, but I or if it was a Google search. But somehow I found this support group of parents who had experienced a pregnancy or infant loss, and I started attending the meetings, and it was exactly what I needed. Yeah, I needed to cry with people who understood. And it was, in a way, of course, sad because everyone had their own story and the ending was the same for all of us. Um, but it felt really good to see that others were also struggling in the same way that I was struggling, that they understood these, you know, feelings that I was having that I wasn't necessarily really proud of. It felt good to know that I wasn't alone. And we met weekly for about an hour, and afterwards we would connect outside of our loss. And a lot of these parents have become my friends. And till this day, we all lost our babies at around the same time in that specific group. And to this day, we meet and we talk about our babies. We wish each other happy birthday for the babies that we lost. We light candles for each other. So, it's really beautiful that even after all these years, we're there for each other. It's beautiful and it's touching. And eventually, I got pregnant for a second time, and then I left the support group and started attending a support group for pregnancy after loss, um, which helps you through a whole new set of emotions and fears. The most obvious is feeling like this might happen again, and so having that shared conversation with moms mostly who are feeling the same way was helpful. And whenever someone would miss a session, we would all be so scared that it meant that something happened, and then we would celebrate when we would hear that everything went well and they had a baby. um, and after I had my son Xavier, when he was born, I stopped going to the support groups, and sometimes I thought about going back, but it had become, when I was going, it was very cathartic and it's what I needed. But then it just became too painful to me to see that no matter how much time passes, there's always an influx of new people coming in, going through this, and fresh. And it was so at that point, it was too much for me to kind of listen to all those stories over and over again because I had been there. It's very raw. And I think I had started healing, and it was difficult for me to kind of go back. Um, yeah, but I am so grateful for those support groups and the friendships that I have gotten from them.